Okay, continuing on with our mini group stats entry. This is part 2 of the video. So you'll remember that so far we've entered our group stats. We've also had a group that we've had to cancel. And we've entered our mini group stats. And here, I wanted to show this to you, that it doesn't work with the group stats. However, when you mouse over the mini group that you've already entered, because you see the minutes there, you can actually see the names of who you have entered it for. So this becomes helpful because a lot of times during the day you'll have more than one mini group, and if you complete your stats, say before lunch, and when you get back to it after lunch, you might not remember who you've entered your stats for. This makes it a quick way just to see who you've entered your stats for without having to actually click on the group and open it to see who's down there. And that makes it very nice that you can just mouse over and see who's in that group. So let's go ahead and enter our second mini group for today. And again, I'm entering this as the PTA. And I'll click on this again to get my window to open. So in this case, you'll remember that I mentioned that there are going to be accessories in the mini group, and we're going to have some indirect time, which makes it a little bit more similar to a group booking. However, the difference being this mini group that we're doing is not a mini group that is planned on the schedule and advertised ahead of time, and it has the same residents that come all the time. Okay, this is a random gathering of residents that have similar exercises. And in this case, what happened was, we'll just take a look at the group class from this morning. So this morning we have, let's say, Joey and Amanda and Rodney, who attended the seated class, and we decided to keep them together after the group class and do some standing exercises with them because they have standing exercises on their program. So the first thing I'm going to do right now, we just have the 3 names from the Easy Bake family. So I'm going to click in here and just click on Find to get a list of all of the residents in my location. This may not be a good thing to do if you have 200 residents in your home. However, for now it will work fine. So I believe I said there was Joey and Amanda, and I think I said Rodney. So these were our 3 residents who were already in our seated group this morning, and you'll see that because they already have a service billed in Colago today. And what we did was we went and picked up 2 more residents to come and do exercises with us. And that would be Richard, and who else came to do exercises with us? Jean. So Richard and Jean have not had any services yet today, and when you brought them into the chapel to join your 3 residents who were in the seated group this morning, and Jean and Richard also have standing exercises on their treatment plan, and they are allowed to do it in a mini group or a small group setting. And so you've now got 5 residents who are going to be doing these balance exercises together. So I will go ahead and enter balance exercises or balance training, because we're doing a small balance group here. And I'm working in a nursing home or a long-term care home. So for me, it's important to be sure that I have an accessory, and one of the activities team members is actually going to stay and help me. And this is so that the ratio for RI counts, because as you know, if you're with 4 residents or less and you're by yourself, the residents' minutes count for their RI report. This is only important in a nursing home. If you're in retirement or community, you don't have to worry about it. And in a nursing home, you do need to have those accessories marked in your stats. So it was Mother Teresa that helped me. Instead of creating Mother Teresa's here, her name right here, I'm just going to click on Find first and go to the drop down arrow and see if Mother Teresa here she is, lo and behold. So I'm going to always find out if the person that helped me in my group is already entered in Colago, instead of creating their name a 2nd and 3rd and 4th time. Okay, so just double checking, my status is booked, I've got my accessory in, I've changed my modality, And because I actually had to go and get 2 residents and bring them into the group, I'm going to include 5 minutes of portering time. Again, this indirect minute thing is not mandatory in a mini group booking. However, if you did spend some indirect time, please go ahead and enter it. Now I'm just going to change all of their attendances to attended instead of not attended. Notice you're adding residents into this mini group booking, so everybody really should be attended, right? Save attendance so that the minute boxes come up. And this was actually a bit of a longer mini group than the first one. The first one was 10 minutes for the mini group, and this is actually a 15-minute one, so I'm going to save the minutes. And when I do, now you see that Jean and Richard also have services billed for them. And you see that it's been updated. And if we go back and click on individual, you'll see that your time has been adding up. So you have your 30-minute class this morning with the 10 and 5 minutes of indirect time, making 45 minutes. This one was canceled. Then we had another 10 minutes here, so we're up to 55. And here we have, see how that's nice? You mouse over it and you see who's in your mini group. Here we had 15 minutes plus 5 minutes of indirect time for another 20, which gives you your 75 minutes and your hour and 15 minutes so far today. And that's how you enter your mini group bookings.